Hello, my tennis patients. In today's video analysis, I'm going to show you that Tiafoe's forehand checks all the boxes, and it's really not as unusual as you think. Without further ado, let's begin. So in phase one of the forehand, Tiafoe performs what every good tennis player must do at an advanced level, and that is have a delay of the racket face by keeping it in line with our body, in front of our belly button, and making sure that it does not go behind our hand. Yes, his racket face is hooded a little bit more than most players. You could say that it's inverted a little bit more than most players, but in reality, everyone else is basically doing the same thing, and we're going to see how he ends up in the exact same power position as every single player does, okay? Right? The journey is a little bit different, but the destination is the same. And you will see the likes of Roger Federer, Andy Murray, Alcaraz, Nadal, Djokovic, anyone who hits the ball properly, probably even, juniors at your club, they all get into this position, and this is the only way to produce lag, okay? Now, what we're doing here is we are preventing the racket from going behind our body too early, because the body's going to go first, and now we're going to watch him uncoil, and now the racket is only coming past the hand, as the body drives forwards, but it's a byproduct of being the last part of the kinetic chain, He ends up in the same position, letter L for leverage, the wrist falls back in the slot, the butt cap's pointing towards the ball as a byproduct of body rotation. We're going to go out and away. He has a bent arm just like most of the good players do. You don't have to have a straight arm on the forehand. It's a myth. The wrist is back at contact points. We've still got the letter L, and we're going to see him have a windshield wiper finish. He's got a little bit more of an extreme grip as well. That could be, a little bit why he has what people would consider an unorthodox backswing. But we still end up in this position where we could draw a straight line with the forearm and the racket head, covering the top of the ball with the windshield wiper and finishing at the shoulder. And you do tend to see more, unorthodox swings, especially with the players who have more extreme grips. You could say Nadal, you could say even Djokovic's take back is a little bit, different. But nonetheless, let's take this back. The shoulders turn as a unit, The racket's not going back on a lone mission. And notice how the racket head really stays just in front of the body. All that's happening is a delay, It turns with the shoulders. He's not pulling the arm back. A lot of people at this point of the swing, their racket would already be back here, but that's the key to the delay, And we still get into the pat the dog position. The racket head's literally in front of his belly button at this point, and he's almost made a full shoulder turn, And now here, pat the dog. It's the same position that every good player gets into. You can find Federer doing this, His racket drop is just a little bit different, He takes a little bit of a different approach to get there. But nonetheless, we get lag. From here, everything goes forwards and the racket comes last. And it's a textbook forehand, If it's good enough for Tiafoe, it's probably good enough for you as well, He's a professional tennis player. And it's no accident that he's, achieved his level of success. In any event, thank you for tuning in, and use what you've learned to modernize your game.
Tennis Doctor is a self-help tennis book for adults. You could have 40-inch biceps, rapid anticipation, fancy feet, and a brilliant mind, but if you have poor swing mechanics, you will never win. On the contrary, you can have slow reactions, terrible footwork, and be 40 pounds overweight, yet still make a good shot if you can produce a perfect swing. By reading Tennis Doctor, you own the secret to a perfect swing, and if we have to, we'll call you an Uber to get you to the ball in time. Read it now on Amazon.